Hey guys, welcome. This is Matthew and Thena with Hodgepodge Hippie. Welcome to our first video blog. And we've taken this opportunity, in case you guys have not read any of our blogs, and in particular towards Catherine's Landing, we've done one where you guys can watch or listen about what our thoughts are about Catherine's Landing RV Resort.
Yeah, so if, like I said, we've done two separate articles. The first one we're kind of focused on everything that's awesome about Catherine's Landing, and the second one more focusing on the glamping aspect of Catherine's Landing. So in my opinion, it all kind of goes hand in hand. And so I'm going to tell you a couple things that I loved about Catherine's Landing just from my perspective, and then Matt here can maybe share a couple of things that he loved as well. They'll probably be completely different because we tend to enjoy many different things about the camping lifestyle. So one of my favorite things is I like to be spoiled a little bit when it comes to camping. So I think maybe in our lives we tent camp like twice, and I was like,
Once.
well, okay, once, and I was like, well, no, let's go ahead and do the camping thing.
But it rained.
It was raining.
Right.
But what I love about Catherine's Landing is that they spoil you without making it feel like you're spoiled, if that makes sense. So twice a day, they will come by and pick up your trash, one at 10 and one at
trash.
I do, one at 10 and one at 4. There's something freeing about getting ready
and
your trash.
And it's recyclable, by the way, too.
And they do recycle as well, which is super awesome. So as you know, when you're camping, trash happens, right? And so you're wanting to leave those campsites super clean. Just like you found it. And so they come by 2 different times every single day on their golf carts, and
it's
they pick
like
up
a fresh start.
It is.
Twice a day.
Right. And they pick up that trash. The second thing that I love is that the camping resort is on really flat, level ground. And that may sound really odd, but I have a reason for liking that. Is we have two girls, ages 10 and 6, and they like to explore, as they should when you're out in nature. And so anytime we go camping, we take bikes or scooters. And they want to go explore, and sometimes we're not able to go with them all the time. And so this is where the flat, level area comes in, because we can literally be at our camper. And they can be out riding their bikes on the roads and doing the scooters and not have to worry about cars popping over hills or coming around curves or anything like that. And so I can't tell you, I mean, we were there for 2 weeks, and I mean, they went bike riding or scooter riding every single day, and we never had any issues with any traffic or anything like that where they couldn't see or it was a shock.
Well,
so,
the traffic was, there's 10 mile an hour limits and stuff, and people are very respectful about that. And obviously when they see the kids kind of going out and play, but we wouldn't have done that. Yes, it is nice as far as being able to keep visually on them, but also for the fact that of the feel that we had with Catherine's Landing. It was definitely a neighborhood feel once we kind of got settled and kind of got an understanding of like, okay, here's people that are, whether they're at the cabins, the yurts or the tents or their pull behind trailer or fifth wheel, whatever, or RV, is that they were just very relaxed, very calm, very kind of just neighborhood like. And that was unique, I thought, because was it the extended stay? Was it just the relaxation that everybody we met was just very chill?
Right. It's just you don't have to worry about much. I mean, you're pulling up to a place that is beautiful, has literally everything that you could possibly want to do without having to worry about leaving the campground,
right.
And it's clean. It's nice and clean.
Is that the trash pickup again?
The trash pickup, but the fire pits are clean. There's no trash on the ground. The banks to the water are absolutely clean.
Every time that somebody left, they would hurry up and come back there, make sure it's swept off, everything's picked up nicely for the next guest to arrive.
Right, and a lot of people stay there as well because it's pet friendly. So I didn't really talk about that a lot necessarily in the articles that we wrote, but like we were able to see some super cute dogs, some boxers, different things like that. And there's 2 different dog parks to take and roam and let them do their thing and then clean up after it. Of course,
take them on the nice trails.
Right, correct. So there's a couple things that I loved about it, and I told you those. So what did you love?
Oh, I've already talked about some of this. The neighborhood feel, obviously. Now, this is something that was new for me for the fact that it was, a lot of times what I enjoyed about camping is the contrast. So you're kind of roughing it or what have you. And obviously you have that option here, but the comfort of it, I guess, it was really comfortable for the fact that it just had everything we wanted. It was tough to leave, even after 14 days. It wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to get back home to my own bed or whatever because we have a camper. But I don't know. It was unique. It definitely gave me an understanding of what resort meant.
Well, I mean, you can give an itinerary of kind of our day. So, the cool thing, there's Wi-Fi everywhere. So we were able to get up and do some work at the beginning of the day with some coffee, looking out over the water, which, like, who doesn't love that office setting? So that was really cool. So we were able to still keep up with our daily needs and activities as far as work goes and still enjoy the camping experience. Then the outdoor heated pool was where we spent a lot of our time. They have a splash pad up there as well for the kids. They have a media room. So we went up there and looked at some movies they have to offer, rainy days, things like that. It's fun.
Borrow books.
That I love to read, so they had a place where you could borrow books, like the lending library, take one, leave one type thing. So that was cool. We call it a clubhouse, but it had a fitness room, it has laundry facilities, it has snacks that you can go buy, and then you can obviously go up there and pay for your bike rentals, your kayak rentals, your canoe rentals, your golf cart rentals, your pontoon boat rentals. So say that all in one breath quickly. So literally all of that happens right there. And then several mornings you went out and threw the Frisbee disc golf on the 9-hole course and did that. And we did that one day together as a family and kind of packed a picnic and went and did that. So that was a lot of fun. We also did a lot of the hiking, all the trails. Some are long, some are short. It just depended on the day, but we got to see and do a lot of those, which went all the way around the resort, which was really cool, or kind of through the resort, I should say. So that was a lot of fun. And we also got to go in and show you guys a bit of the glamping experience, which I loved as well. That's probably one of the other big things that I like, because I'm going back to what I like again, about Catherine's Landing, is that anybody can come and join. So you don't have to have a tent. You don't have to have a camper. You can come and literally just show up.
Well, just to interject here, this is the first place that I saw that I felt like if you're a hotel person, that you're like, hey, I just like to be at hotels. That's what I'm about. That their cabin is set up like a hotel. You go in there, it has all the amenities that you need as far as your pots, pans, dishes, washer and dryer. So it's even more than. So if you ever had an extended stay type hotel, this would be a little bit more similar. It had a nice loft that you could be in, nice a separate bedroom,
fireplace, good ambiance.
Totally.
The one we were in had like the farmhouse decor, updated better than our house. We were joking. We need them to have come and update our home decor as well. So that was an option. And then I also did a video showing the yurts, which obviously is just a big round, almost tent-like structure, but really cool to be in there. And
it's like tucked in the woods
on a little kind of stream type thing, backs up to the Frisbee disc golf. And it's also really close to a pavilion where if you have people coming and staying, you can gather there to eat dinner. And pulling up to this place, we have a pretty big family. If you look at his side and my side of the family, and it's one of those places that, being in Arkansas, it's kind of centrally located. So a lot of people coming up from Texas and Louisiana, and we're from Missouri going down. So it's kind of like right there in the middle. Right. And it would be a really cool place to have like a family reunion or something like that. And we saw people there at night. There was a couple spots down from us. There was a family that had a lot of people there, camping and doing that with the tents and the camper. And then there was people coming over from the cabin, and they would have the campfire thing every night and do the s'mores thing and all that.
You'd be within steps of each other.
Right. And then disperse and do activities during the day or whatever they wanted to do. But at night or during the meal times, they were always kind of gathering together. And so even those that couldn't camp per se with the tents and the campers could still come and do the cabin feel. So it was really a lot of fun. Right. And that was the other big thing. And then the other aspect too, it's there's a place called Adventure Works, which is there on site. It is a completely different business, but they work together like perfectly. And you can purchase times during the day to go up into this aerial, kind of like a treehouse thing, obstacle course where you climb on ropes, you walk across the line, you climb through tunnels and tubes, and you're suspended really high up there in the air. You're harnessed in safely. But that was fun to look at. I didn't do that one. But our oldest and I did do the zip lining, which was really cool. And we literally were able to book a 4:00 spot. We hopped on our bicycles, rode up to it at $3.50 because we don't have to leave the campground to do so. We got a 10% discount for camping there, which is always good. And we went through 10 different stations of learning how to zip line, how to land properly, and do all of that. So her and I were able to check off a bucket list item during this camping trip, which is really cool. We didn't have to leave the resort, which again is super great for me, because when I go somewhere to camp, I kind of want to stay there. Like I don't want to, I like to set up a base and kind of have that. So that was really nice and fun to be able to do. I don't know, maybe you guys heard us screaming flying through the air whenever we were ziplining. I don't know, but we did take a really fun video of that as well. So definitely check that out too. What am I forgetting to add?
I heard you screaming as it was happening, or when
yeah,
it was pretty loud.
Yeah. So, anyways, you go for the water in one point, you're completely ziplining over water, which is really cool. So, I don't know.
But if in case though, if you're looking for a hub, I mean, it is right outside of Hot Springs. So just to travel in at your leisure, whether it is to go to the local donut shop that we loved, or heading into touching the hot springs, going to the downtown, or the alligator farm. Or,
alligator farm is really cool.
So, it is, or the racetrack. So there's a lot of different things that are, the
Science Museum, that was really cool. They have a really cool Science Museum there too.
It's all there within just a couple minutes. And so we did have that nice mixture of hey, let's go. Or it goes back to your reunion thing. Say, hey, if you do have those things, hey, if you guys want to just be within walking distance of each other, be able to talk, catch up. Or if you want to grab a group and go to the Science Museum, then it's right down the road as well. So again, kind of hits all the points of what you'd want to look for as a family or extended family to entertain all the buffet type mentality.
So we definitely give it 5 stars, right?
It is 5 stars, guys. I tell you what, it's not a random 5 stars from somebody you don't know. It's 5 stars from Hodgepodge Hippie.
Right.
As we're learning how camping is about and how it evolves and the different things you want and look for, this opened up our eyes to what it means to take a vacation with your camper.
I've been telling everybody, I can't stop talking about it because it's just one of those camping experiences that we've never fully had to that extent. But Catherine's Landing does set the bar.
Yep.
So now, we can't stop thinking about, we do want to go back. We want to do the boat again. We want to do all these fun things again. We want to do the pool.
To find something with all those, and if you calculate it up, it'd be pretty expensive, but it's a really good value.
It's a good value. It's affordable.
In that location.
Yeah, and like he said, we were there 14 days and nobody was ready to come home. So that's a good sign whenever you're ready for more. So again, check it out. You can go to their Facebook page, Catherine's Landing at Hot Springs. You can check out AdventureWorks on Facebook as well. You can book. If you book now through the end of the 30th of this month, you get an extra 15%. April, through the April, you get an extra 15% off your stay. So, Memorial Day, Labor Day, any kind of trips coming up. If you book now, save some money, which is always nice.
And it's a great staff. If you have different, if you do have a reunion going up, call them up and say, hey, this is kind of what we're looking for. This is how many people we have, or this is just my family and how long we want to stay. Talk to them. These are people that definitely like to work with you and know what it's about to have customer service.
So, again, we are very much 2 thumbs up about Catherine's Landing. Definitely give it a
5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars. But we do want to thank you all for following along. We couldn't make our travels happen without you guys and your support. So continue following and watching. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See ya.